days are cooler, nights are warmer, and I put the blame on you. Time moves slow, but my heart beats faster. When these eyes are looking right at you, right at you, you give me something to believe in, just what I needed. You're the closest.
I was going to start the show talking about Diddy, Puffy, whatever his name is today, Sean Combs. The Rolling Stone just did a piece on him that took them, I think, 3 months of investigative reporting. I don't know if they needed all of that. There's a lot of information. 6 months, I'm sorry, Smith. 6 months of investigative reporting. And I was going to read from it because I have, wordsmith here, Dr. Caritha, and I was going to read pieces of it, and it talks about his BET Awards in June of 2022 when he got up and he thanked his mother and his children and blah, blah, blah. And it said after 3 decades of relentless hustling that took him from hungry teenage intern to A&R executive producer, label impresario, respected fashion designer, and household brand name, Diddy had seemingly reached the apotheosis of his career. And I was like, why did they not just say apex? So, but at the same time, I was like, let me go look up. I think I know what apotheosis means, but I've never seen it before. It's, of course, the highest point in the development of something, culmination or climax. And I love words, right? But at the same time, if it makes me stop to go look up something, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? So I was sussing this out. I wanted to talk to Dr. Caritha because I'm bringing up the story to talk to actually Dr. Iyanla as well, because we're right now in a space of reckoning. But before we get to the reckoning, Dr. Caritha, apotheosis, was that necessary? Should it have been apex? I don't know.
It definitely could have been, but I'm going to admit to you that I like it when I have to go to the dictionary. I do. I think that's a fun little, detour that I got to take, and I can nerd so hard.
Yeah. So today's words, ladies and gentlemen, apotheosis. I like it. So I bring up this story because you sat with Nick Cannon, who's a complicated figure, and I love that he's working through some things publicly that we all now are sitting watching him work through some things. But you had a conversation with him about his relationship to P. Diddy. And, as I've mentioned, there's so many complicit people because for 30 years, this man has wreaked havoc and everyone knows the stories and people know there's whispers and not a whole lot of people said anything. And so Nick Cannon felt the need to defend him. And you said this, Dr. Von Zandt, play it.
I find difficulty when I'm asked about people that I know about. It was either Breakfast Club or Angela Yee or something, and they asked me about Puff, and I answered it as honestly as I knew how to answer it. I know these people, they're not just public figures to me. So I have to almost do this dance about when it comes up, because just as much as I know Diddy, I know Cassie. I think what they brought up is I saw that I kind of was saying I'm praying for Cassie, trying to find the high frequency in knowing the story, knowing the right thing to talk about. I was like, this is someone who was hurt, who was victimized. But then when this question goes a little bit further, so what about Puff? I was like, I don't know how to feel about that. When I was going through my stuff, someone that called, checked on me, stood by me, stood up for me. And I was like, what do I owe?
Well, what does that mean? Stood by you, stood up for you?
Well, when no one else would protect me, or
whether it's Puffy or whoever, you want to be their brother first, not their PR agent.
But as a friend and as a brother, I want to defend.
But that's not your job.
It's not my job. So your advice to me is sometimes you just say, I'm going to reserve comment.
That is my brother, and I'm going to reserve comment.
So that goes back to what this is all about, healing in the public eye. As our brotherhood, it shouldn't be in the public.
Dr. Iyanla Vanzant, Dr. Caritha Mitchell's here as well. I love that advice because I wish more people would stop talking.
Yes.
Shut up. Just say less.
Because they weren't asking him because they wanted to know. They were asking him because he wanted to gossip. Now, what Nick didn't play, what they didn't say, I said, but if you know that he's out of order, check him behind the curtain. You check him. There has to be a consequence. Brother, till you get that clear, you and I can't hang. You got to clean that up. I'll help you clean it up, but you got to clean it up. But it's not Nick Cannon's business to go on the morning show or TMZ and whatever and tell what he knows about Puffy. That's a lack of integrity. That's a betrayal. But behind the curtain, if I find out that you got little boys running around in your bedroom, Karen, I'm not going to go to TMZ, but I'm going to check you. I'm not going to let you die. That's the thing. Don't let me die. When you see me out of order for a check, you're going to let me die, kill myself, and kill somebody else. Don't let me die. That's what I told him off camera.
How do we do that with the people in our lives, right? We've often talked about the Thanksgiving table with the uncle that has molested at least 2 people at the table, and someone says pass the peas, and we just ignore and act like it's not. I feel like this is society right now. We are just kind of ignoring the stuff until 2024. It seems like this is the year of reckoning, and I'm here for it.
Yes, the 8, 2, 4, and 2 and 2 and 4. It's 8, the year of power. Inner authority. How do we do that? I had to do that at the table. And when I got old enough, I would say, until somebody's going to deal with him with what he did with me, I won't be at the table. And I said it out loud. Until somebody's going to deal with him and what he did to me, I won't be at the table. And I let everybody know that because that is trauma. And, you know, I've been framing it like this, Karen. I think I shared it with you, that our hair is on fire, burning down to the root. Honesty, we don't make space for it. Accountability, we don't stand up for it. Integrity, we don't practice it. And responsibility, we don't embrace it. So when we're looking at Sean or Puffy or Diddy or, you know, whatever we want to call him today, all 4 of those things. First of all, internal honesty. Internal honesty. If there's something going on and I'm behaving like a park ape and I need some help, I need to tell the truth about it, not pay people to keep quiet. That's what Michael did. That's what Prince did. That's what Phyllis Hyman did. Look at all of the people that we've lost because so many people took a check and let them die. Let them die. No, co-opted, coerced into the bad behavior for whatever reason. So we don't let people tell the truth. We don't let people tell the truth. So after all of this, and they come back, he came back and he said, I apologize. Oh, that wasn't the right kind of apology. It didn't sound sincere. Why is he saying it now? I said, well, you got to look at why he lied. He lied out of fear. That's why most people lie. Same thing with Clinton. Clinton lied at first. And then when he told the truth, they're going to beat him up. We don't make space for people to tell the truth. At one point in life, who was in this man's life that he could go to and say, listen, I got some strange stuff going on in my head. I like to beat people or take pictures or, you know, whatever it was, suck soda bottles. I don't know, whatever he was doing.
Not the soda bottles.
Who could you go to? Who could he go to and say that? And they say, okay, let's make a plan. Look at R. Kelly, dyslexic without a high school diploma, but making billions and millions and millions of dollars. And nobody said, brother, you need to take a year off and go get a high school diploma. Okay?
And get counseling for that pedophilia that you suffer from.
Right. They took a check.
That predatory.
Accountability. So yes, we need to hold whoever the person is accountable. But we also need to hold ourselves accountable because when we heard about the payoff, we knew then, but it was okay. Okay, they're not going to speak the truth, so we don't have to act like it exists. And then we're shocked when the truth comes out. What is that?